Hi, folks. It's the second week of the new year. It's January 10th, Monday, 2022. How are you? Do you know that you could be the greatest person on earth? And I'm sure that's what you would like to be. So all we have to do, isn't it, is the renewal of the mind, a transformation by renewal of the mind. Isn't that all we have to do is just think right? Don't think about anything bad. Don't be selfish. Don't be egotistic. Don't be me first. It doesn't exist, you know. You're serving a nothing. Remember the altar of selfishness, egotism, and me first? It promised you everything and it gives you nothing. You remember how we would go down to the altar and we would put down our precious jewels to the altar? Our time, our life, and our money, and think about bad things. Remember how we would do that? And then the wind came up and it blew away the curtain and there was nothing there. All our lives we'd been wasting our time, our life, and our energy. I don't want to do that anymore. Take my hand, will you? And remind me not to do that anymore. Just remind me to scrape this thing over here that's a nothing. Scrape the barrel and then put it in the bucket and carry the bucket over here and then dump it into helping others. Into joy. Into goodness. Is there anything I can do for you today? Can I help you work that out? Well, let's take it to God in prayer. Ooh, that's nice, isn't it? And then hold it a second, I've got to see if the camera's plugged in. I don't even see it over here, and here's the connector. Ooh, that's a bad mistake. Oh, that's too bad to miss that wonderful conversation with Melissa Grove. Isn't that too bad? And then what do we learn? We learn after a while that all this loving that we're doing, that love is God. No wonder we're happy. No wonder the people we're with are happy. Love. Love is God and God is love. We've always wanted a relationship with God, right? Now we have one. We're one with God, all of us together. We're one with each other. That's our relationship. God is everything there is. There isn't anything else but God. God has all the power. God is only God is real. The oneness of God and the allness of God. What's the allness? There isn't anything else but God. The wholeness of God. We can't be separated from God. A cell from this body, taken away from the body, doesn't exist anymore. The onlyness of God, the wholeness of God, the oneness of God, the oneness of us all together. Isn't it pretty? That's what's real. And love is a spirit, you know. Love is a spirit. It's some kind of an electromagnetic wave or something. So we're really all spiritual. What's the last two things? Love is good. God is good. You don't see any evil. You don't think about it. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Isn't that nice? Don't you feel pure? Don't you feel all cleaned out? Don't you feel able? And the last one is go vegan. You can't have your relationship with God and love when you put money down on the supermarket counter to pay somebody to go out and terrorize and agonize an animal who wants only to be loved. That's all the animal wants. That's all you want. Just to be loved. Where did that cruelty come from? Eliminate it. Deny it. Stay away from it. Say no to it. I guess that's it. Thank you, Carol, for the brilliant job you did with the Consumer Direct. Who is Consumer Direct? Consumer Direct is hired by an insurance agency named Essentia, who is paid by Medicaid to take care of us and give us home care. Consumer Direct would be like an employment agency. It gives the people who come here and keep me going, it gives them vacations, it gives them bonuses, it gives them time and a half. That's what Consumer Direct is. And Glennie messed it all up because Sasha needed work so badly and we couldn't get the numbers. You have to get numbers because you have to take German measles tests and you have to take tuberculosis tests and all kinds of other things. And you have to get a number. And so when Sasha got the number, Glennie put it right into the clock, the time clock, and Glennie shouldn't have done that. So, but the only thing they will not pay is January 30 and January 31st. They will pay all the other ones. So what will I do with Sasha? I can ask her if she would volunteer for those days. Or I could start saving up money a little bit here and there until I have a fund to pay her. How is the money? Well, let's see. The trust has the $1,750 they took out of my bank account. That's called a spend down. They had to make me poor before I could qualify for Medicaid. So they take me poor by taking 1,700, 500 money that Franklin gives me every month out of the 2,600 or the 2,700, and that leaves me 900. Yeah, I keep 500 in the bank. That would be the credit. No, there's no debit. There's no credit cards. Remember, we got rid of
The time is 10 o'clock a.m.
That would be the debit card. And we're waiting for the PIN number on the new debit card. And apparently we didn't lose any money, that nobody did steal any money out of the debit card. So if we don't hear differently, we're okay there. So there's 500 in the debit card. There's 700 in the pocket. There's 1,200 somewhere else for the museum, to pay the rent for the museum when Glennie goes to heaven. Oh, by the way, since we are spiritual, and since we are all one together, and since we are all one with God, we are not going to die. Because we're all one with God, and God doesn't die. So look at it this way. We're going on to another assignment. The body will be recycled. And that's a good idea. The energy will just be put into something else. Thank you, Birdie. It's 10 o'clock a.m. Auntie Meridian. Okay, what other events happen? Ice. We had ice yesterday, January 9th. Slippery. Treacherous footing. Ice on the windshield. 1/8 of an inch. The Christian church had to close down because the president got the virus from his work. And so, since he was in the church with everybody else in the church, it had to close down. Wednesday night, no testimonials, and Sunday morning, no service. We have jokes for you, dear. And we'll have words for you, too, new words. We're just about ready to finish Compton's Encyclopedia, volume D and E. We have the eye to do, the wonder of the eye, the wonder of eyesight. We read Encyclopedia Compton's every day. We read Encyclopedia World Book every day, 4 pages in each encyclopedia. Why? Because an encyclopedia is about God. It's about the wonders of God. Who is God? All of us. It's the wonders that we all create. And our ancestors all the way back. Thousands of years, millions of years, billions of years. because we're all one. And we all work side by side, and we enjoy it, and we have a good time, and we laugh. And we have moments of ecstasy together. Well, what do you say we move on? The Victoria work failed Friday. The beautiful, beautiful show where Leo, who was on the SS Glendora TV show in 1954 at the age of 10, he's now about 70, came here and remembered that show and that experience all those years. He came here and enjoyed a rendezvous with his wife and his son, and Carol and I, and with Carol and me. That is not up on the YouTube yet, and it's a breakdown. It's been adjourned until Friday. That's no good. So when will there be time to do the Friday work? Oh, this week. I think I will ask Grady if he will do the upload from this camcorder to the computer hard drive, and if he will take it from the hard drive to YouTube with titles at the bottom of the screen. Okay, let's do that right now. Oh, you darling birdie. Yes, I'll get on it right away. I'll do it right away for you. Yes? Yes? Yes, right away.